Hi, this is MJ from Lioness Publications, and be interesting to do Bongino's risk yield and delta core charts. I did take a quick look at his birth chart, astrology chart, and that's pretty interesting, but probably take it'll take a lot to get into detail on his, and I'm not sure if I want to do that. But this actually shows his trend over the next few months. And if you look here, we can see we're right about this point here, middle of July. And you can see that what's been increasing here is the risk. The yield has also been increasing a little bit, but it's mostly risk as we're moving towards the end of August that is going to increase, versus yield is going to start coming down when we get into the August timeframe. So he's probably in an uncomfortable situation here. And then we have a nice little sharp downtrend here for around September timeframe, but then it pops right back up again. And it goes mostly into yield. So, it could be that, without delving too much into the astrology chart, could be there's some change of situation here. Could be maybe that he leaves his position. And he did have a relatively lucrative position on the outside, so it probably wouldn't hurt him if he left. Now, to get a little bit more detail, let's come down and take a look at the delta core. Again, the delta core is the difference between the yield and the risk. So it lets you know really a little bit more precisely when things are going to be happening. So we can see here that, when he was in the White House, it wasn't probably such a big deal, at least from what it's showing here. There were enough negatives, or challenges to make up for the positives. But as we're moving into around the middle of July, we start to see that downtrend. And we don't just see it in the core. We also see it in the transit, the downtrend. And both of them come down right around the September timeframe. So and they start coming down right around 8:15. So maybe he's got about a month more in the position. It could be he leaves earlier than that, but then he gets blacklisted. Could be a lot of scenarios, but we can just sort of see a general trend here. But also, this shows how rapidly he comes back out of that, right up into yield for both the core and the transit. So it's not like he's going to be in a bad position. But it does look like there is some change coming. Hope you enjoyed it and have a great day. Bye now.